apparently, of what the Runaways were. So yeah, Joan's a pretty cool chick, man. She's very sexual and very flirtatious with both the guys and the girls. So I think that's where the AC/DC comes from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we were lucky enough to go on tour with Joan Jett, Motorhead, and Alice Cooper. And I got to tell you, man, Joan is still totally sexy to this day.
Even though she's 51.
Oh yeah,
she's so hot.
Sexier now. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah.
And my final question concerns your work with Burning Spear, which was a brilliant work. Time and again we've had documentaries about Burning Spear, but this also featured Burning Spear in a very humane manner, notably his connections with Marcus Garvey and so on. You're dealing with someone who is a living legend now in reggae, and it's something which is completely different from what you did lately with Motorhead. How would that explain your love for music, and how do you approach it in the films that you produce and direct?
I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how much of the details you know about Burning Spear, but I did some music videos for him and Joan Jett, and then Burning Spear asked me to work on a documentary for him, and it never got finished. It's actually still not out there. So Burning Spear kind of ended up being a little bit too hard to work with. It's a long story, and you probably don't have enough tape on your recorder to hear it. But yeah, no, it was great working with him, man. He is a legend. His music is awesome. It was great to be around someone like, he was kind of like the reggae version of Lemmy, I guess. Maybe not.
That's how we met.
That's how we met. We were working on Burning Spear together, and we were in a pub in Ireland wishing we could work on something much more cool and fun and rock and roll. And he's like, let's work on Lemmy. And the idea of Lemmy was born out of Smithwick's Ale in a Dublin pub.
Yeah, and
while in Dublin, Ireland, to do an interview with Sinead O'Connor for the Burning Spear movie.
Yeah,
it's a disappointment.
What's the relationship between Sinead O'Connor and Burning Spear?
Well,
Was she a fan
I just want to say, man, it's a shame that movie never came out as the version that Greg and I worked on together, because it was awesome.
We tried to do for Burning Spear what we did for Lemmy. We tried to do an honest portrait, and then it just got really weird where he wanted, like, Lemmy was very cool and let us tell a story in the way we were trying to tell it, in an honest way, and then Burning Spear ended up having some more agendas that didn't exactly work out with what we were trying to do. So it kind of fell apart. But he was cool to work with, man. It was good times. We spent a lot of time in Jamaica, hanging out with a lot of interesting characters and traveling the world. So it was a very different experience, but also very fun.
Yeah. With this Lemmy, obviously. How did you get, all the quotes from, let's say, Dave Grohl, and did these people come to you? Did you go to...
No, we went after all of them, dude.
Yeah?
Nobody came to us, and it was just a lot of hard work and a lot of persistence. Like, for example, Captain Sensible, like, who I love in the film, didn't want to do it. Told me no, like, twice. Told us no twice. And he said, I did too many drugs, drank too much beer, whatever, back in those days, and like I've done tonight. But when he sat in front of a camera, it was amazing, dude. It's like it was real easy, dude. When Lemmy is your calling card, doors open up pretty quickly.
Yeah. Now you must have heard the word, I don't know, legend. I mean, a few times.
Icon,
living legend.
Yeah, living legend. Yeah, world's greatest living Englishman. I've heard a couple times.
One artist you would have probably loved to interview. I've only got an autographed picture of her, is the late Wendy Orleans Williams, Williams of the Plasmatics. Probably Lemmy would have told you
many stories. We got many stories
about Wendy O. Williams.
There's some stuff in the DVD extras.
It's featured, isn't it?
There's a moment in the film where Lemmy is chatting with Billy Bob Thornton, and it's kind of funny, man, because Billy Bob Thornton, before he was ever an actor, he was a musician, and he was actually a roadie for, I can't remember, I want to say like the Marshall Tucker Band, but that's not right. And so he has a deep background in music, and he actually opened some shows with Wendy O. Williams. So they sat there and talked. They talked for like 20 minutes about Wendy O. Williams.
Great stuff.
What's going on over there, man? What's happening?
The strapline, 49% motherfucker, 51% son of a bitch. How did that come up, and where did it come from?
That came out of Lemmy's mouth, man.
Yeah?
He said Lemmy didn't want the movie to just be called Lemmy, because he said people don't know my name. We're like, are you kidding, man? People know who you are. He's like, I want it to be another secondary line. And so we threw a bunch of ideas back and forth, and that was Lemmy's idea. And we're like, I don't know if we're going to be able to put that on the box. And he's like, I don't care. That's the title. So
that's a good strap line.
Yeah.
I think it worked well.
Yeah.
And thanks a lot for your time, by the way. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to Music News readers?
Buy the DVD.
Yeah. Thanks for doing this, man. Hope you guys enjoy the film.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I can't wait, actually. It should be brilliant.
Yeah,
Thanks
neither
a
of
lot.
you guys are
You guys are actually going tonight,
I haven't
right?
actually seen it.
Cool.
No.
But you guys are coming tonight, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Of course.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.